you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. Mind my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. That big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure don't.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between our visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So white 90, black 15. Here we go. 12.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll make it third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
It's complete to Watt. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. A first down throw here for Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
79. Hey, box drop. 48.
They'll throw again. Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. Touchdown, LA! Travis Benjamin, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
91. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Look at me. Score. Score. Hey.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Hey, high 7. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Pop. Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. A gain of 6 there on first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's go. 8, read. 58, come on. It's coming this way. Here we go. Check 3. Hey, orbit. 2.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
D-line, get that quarterback.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
180. Stop your whining. Here we go.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Secretary 90, block 15. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 30 base. 58, right there. Hey, I'm coming. Right on.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And finding Keelan Cole. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Minshew on first and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy, 39 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that'll make our score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Throwing Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Those were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
The kick by Lambo is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 77 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 30 on second down, Minshew nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Hey, Alpha.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 43. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And able to find Conley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 58, the mic. You must be dreaming. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Begin. Ready.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jim. Check the backer. Hey, seam 6.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, Maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. But I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, dude. 50 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Let's go, Mike. 50.
To throw again. Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Go. Don't be scared of it. Mike 50. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
First down, Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rivers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Rivers again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go, D. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Big grip. Big grip.
On 2nd and very short, Minshew. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. Hey, wahoo. Yeah. Let's go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's go. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, Rocket. 48.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. He's got it to Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
White, 89.
A toss play, Gordon. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rivers to throw it. He's got Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen,
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 50. Hey, orbit. Mike 52, Mike 52. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Fournette, a first down carry. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, exit. Five.
On second down, Minshew going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Mike 52.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
I smell fear in that offense. 58's the money. 58's the money. 65, 65, 65. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch the screen.
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Allen and the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ron, and maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now! Choose the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Shift. Under 10. Under 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, Alpha! 36! Walk, be Griffin!
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, boy. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 52. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 4th down, Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, ready? 10-2 stop. Alert 3. Check. Lucky. Snap.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Benjamin's got it. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The throw taken in by Cole.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The outlaw. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, Charlie. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Yo, go, go!
They'll look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Go.
Back to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Squeeze. Pick it up. Kill. Tighten up. Tighten up. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They've gone to the fourth up in Seattle, and it was the Seahawks who were able to take home the victory there. Russell Wilson, 2 touchdown passes in the W.
Let's go. 60 or. Focus, defense, focus. Get it.
It'll be Minshew again. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from...
Honey, I dash, got it on